Good afternoon, everyone. Happy anniversary for Idle Heroes Land. It's the 5th anniversary and it is finally gone alive. So, if you're new or visiting, welcome to the channel. For the OGs, I'll see you in the chat down below. And the faithful few who do actually enjoy a little bit of Idle Heroes in the afternoon, well, this one is for you. Specifically speaking, if you're being a lazy little shit, make sure you jump in and do this. You're going to get some free heroic scrolls. You'll have to do it for 7 days if you haven't already done it. And basically, it's free stuff. I'm not going to get into it. Just go ahead and hit that go button and you'll figure it out yourself. But the event itself is based around the Ocean Carnival Mermaid Wishing Fountain. This is really the entirety of the event. So if you don't know what I'm talking about here, you're going to get really, really lost. It's extremely linear. So try to keep up. But in terms of this, you need the seashells. So how the fuck did PB get 20 seashells? Well, I'll explain in a second. The way to get your seashells is essentially this way. This is the freest way to do it. Everything else requires resource or cash. So from a free-to-play perspective, you can get some free shit right about now. So to do that, you hit this little cross button up here, and it'll tell you what tasks to do. Basically, it is completing 4-star and above individual or team quests. I rushed all of my ones because I'm impatient, and all consuming 3 tickets in the arena. So TOC is up, for those that don't know. That's Trial of Champions, so you can do that per hit. 25 hits, get you 25 of the zhongzis, or the little rice cakes, however you want to pronounce them. Last but not least is the summoning out or creation of 5-star heroes. Whatever floats your boat. Basically, you need to get 5 stars out of your bag or create them in the circle or the transcendent core. There's no real way around this. This is probably going to be time consuming for some. But if you do the summoning event, it'll be easier for others. Now, what do you do when you get the seashells? You basically go over here. There's a chance to get these little chests, which we're going to talk about in a second. 50% chance to get the normal one and 10% to get the shining one, but we'll talk about what they do in a sec. Let's just go in here, smash out 20 shells, and make a wish, and boom! We got 2 of them. Nice. 20 million gold. Fantastic. So you get 1 million per wish anyway of gold, and then you get a chance of getting the ocean or the shiny ocean chest. But when you get those, you jump into here, you click over here, and this is where you do the opening. Now, when you open these guys up, and you don't really want to save them because of the resources inside, you do want to actually use these. You're actually hunting down the anniversary medal. Now, what do you do with the anniversary medal? That's a great question. Look at all those fantastic resources. So these little chests here, the ones that we just opened, is a guaranteed 1. These little chests here is a guaranteed 5. And of course, you have a chance of accumulating either of those items. So let's do 2 of those. Let's see what we get. Well, there you go. We got a scroll and a coin. Probably the worst ones out of them, but you know, it is what it is, right? We got the medals, and now that we have the medals, what the fuck do we do with the medals? We go over to the fantastic seashell. Now, in the seashell, it's kind of one of those things where it can get a little bit confusing. Try to keep up. So you can select a hero, and then you can select another hero. Doesn't matter. Could be light, could be dark, could be non-light and dark. And then if you have enough of the corresponding metal, see how you got 42 up here and 50 down here to replace, then you can go ahead and swap them out. Now, if you don't have that, you can spend gold. So if I didn't have any gold, if I didn't have any of these metals, or sorry, not spend gold, spend gemages, it would cost me 2,500 of the gemages to do this swap. Now, it doesn't matter if it is a light hero. Very, very, very cool. Very cool. So you can potentially start building towards your drakes if you haven't built your drake yet. I mean, you could build Russell if you want to clear Seal Land. You could potentially start to do what I'm going to show you in a second. All the way down to, oh, yep, that's right, you're not limited. You can also do 9 stars as well. So if I wanted to, say, swap out my old mate Morax to a little bit more of a versatile hero for Abyssal Land, like a Delacium, it's going to cost me 150. How much does 150 cost? 7,500 gemages. So if I decided that, hey, I really don't need my Russell number 2, you can go. I prefer if I got, say, maybe a Porky Forky, it's going to cost me 450. So in reality, this is a great way to waste your gems. Because it's going to cost you 22,500 of these bad boys to swap out a 5-star hero for another 5-star. Sorry, a E5 hero for another E5 hero. 5-star is 50, and E5 is obviously a lot more fucking expensive. But you get the idea. You can do that. You do have options if you've been saving your gems. Now, I'm pretty sure the community is going to bitch and whine about it and say, it costs too much gems. The game is the game, right? Play it how they want you to play it, or don't play it at all. But ultimately speaking, if you don't want to do those, if you're like, my heroes are perfect, leave them the fuck alone, PB, then you can look at doing your festival skin. So this is a festival skin, because it is purple, and that allows me to swap for other festival skins, say like a Charlotte Queen or a... Is that a Scarlet? No, Scarlet Queen. Yep, I was going to call it Charlotte's Queen. Fucking tongue twister. That's 120 of those bad boys. Probably not worth it in gems. It's like 7,500. Sword Flash is up there as well. Pretty cool skin though. I don't have these. But what if you don't have those? What if you have the normal ones? Well, like these guys, they're legendary. You could swap it out for, a DJ Tussie. 100 for that. What else is there? Maybe we want an Ithaca skin. Another 100 for that. But you kind of get the gist. You can go ahead and swap out and select the skins that you want. What if I wanted, say, another Sherlock skin because he looks badass as a music player? Well, there you go. It's basically 150. So they do go up and down in price. Choose wisely. This is probably the most spicy part of the event, however. It's where people can then start to swap out some of the pay to win artifacts they don't use. Now, personally, I'd probably swap out for me this one, but I'm currently using it. And if I did that, how much does it cost me? Say I want a Rui Scepter, 320 of the metal. So 320 metal is 16,000 gemages. Yep, you heard me right, ladies and gentlemen, 16,000 gemages. What if I wanted to, say, swap it for a Splendid, for maybe a crown? 1280. 1280. So we know that if I tried to type in 1,000, it will give me an option to buy 500. So we know that that is 50,000 base for 1,000 of those metals. And then we know 2080 is 14,000. So that is 64,000 for a Splendid to a Splendid. Whew. I mean, it could be worth it if you got the gems and you really, for whatever reason, decided to build like I don't know, a lucky candy bar all the way up to Splendid. Whatever would possess you to do that, and you want to swap it for a crown or like a Rui Scepter or something. I mean, you do have options there. It's it's going to cost you a lot. That's for sure. But what about Magic Source? Can I swap this to a pay to win artifact? Yes, I fucking can, game. But how much is that going to cost me? 1,000. So this is going to cost me 50k in gems to swap my Magic Stone Swords source for a Rui Scepter. I hope you've been saving your gems, is all I can say. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Essentially speaking, you'll be going through progressing with your wishing stones. You'll be then opening up your treasure chests, and then we'll probably be spending gems and metal to do your swaps. Make sure you're doing your dragon boat and value money. Well, I mean, they kind of have a very similar technique to the Black Friday cards. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially a 15-day card, which is this one. You get gems, you get relics, and then you get gold and spirit times your level. It's about 11 million gold for, I think, 200 level players. Give or take, let me know in the comment section below if you buy this and you know for certain. But I think it's about 11 million gold and spirit a day that you get for that. And of course, you get 15 days worth of gems and relics, which, I mean, the 15k gems is probably enough to do one of your artifacts, which is not bad. So one of your mysterious to another mysterious artifact. Then, of course, you have Asmodel the Dauntless, which is a very, very sexy man. Let's check him out. Ooh, look at this. Let's go. Yeah, that's hot. 5% HP immunity and crit damage. Yeah, that's pretty badass. But for $100, is it worth the gems, the cornicos, and of course the scrolls? That's up to you. It's debatable. I feel like the $30 or $40 package is probably more up my price bracket. But I mean, look, if you're really looking to do the event, which we're going to talk about in a second, you probably it's debatable. I'm just going to say it's debatable. And I'll tell you why in a second. But basically, once you do your wishing stones, so you've done your wish, you've swapped in your cornicos. As you can see, we've already done 50 of them, which then unlocks your first selection chest, which is fantastic. Is everyone in there? Yes, Fiona's in there as well. No Gloria, though. That's fine. Nobody wants to build Gloria. But basically speaking, for the 100 of these ones that you do, so you get 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, which is 100, you get 100 of these wishes, which means you get a free light puppet. So that's pretty much it. So what's good about this though, PB? Well, I mean, the game has kind of given us 200 scrolls. So if we were to factor in the fact that we got 200 for free and we were going to summon these guys out, how many would we need to do? So we get 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. Sorry. So we get 50 of those. All right, so we would need to do 600. So 500 scrolls is 500 points. So we need to do 600 to get 60 of those cornicos, because if we went into the event and we went down here, we need 60. So you need to do 600 heroic scrolls to get your Kiss of Ghost for free. Yep. There you go. Take it or leave it. If you don't want the Kiss of Ghost, don't do it. If you do want the Kiss of Ghost, do it. But if you want the artifact selection chest, oh, now that becomes a little bit more interesting, because even if you do full completions, if you do 4 loops of the heroic scrolls, that's 200 plus the 100 from Dragon Boats. That actually totals up to 300, ladies and gentlemen, meaning you're 20 short. So the only other way to get that is the value packages, which is of course $97 for Australians, which is about 50 American for the 25. Personally, I would say you would just go with Asmodel's package anyway if you're going to spend money. But I feel like it's definitely targeted towards that. It's going to be like 50 American, 100 Australian. Is it worth it? I mean, it's an anniversary event. If you see yourself playing the game, I'll never promote spending on any game for any capacity. But in terms of value analysis, I mean, cool skin. You get the cornicos, then you get the scrolls. It's decent. It's going to cost you $97 regardless if you're in Australia. So I guess it's kind of a no-brainer. You just grab this skin package and then get the artifact selection chest. But for the mere mortals out there, that's pretty much the limitation as a free-to-play. The most that you can get as a free-to-play gamer is up to here. So you get an imminent selection chest, which has Fiona in it. You get a light and dark, which has Tussie and Porky in it. And you get a Kiss of Ghost, a Night Star food, and a selection chest. And that's where the free-to-plays end. And that's it. That's all she wrote. So pay to wins after that. Pretty much you will need to buy out, I would say, all of the value packages. Every single one of these in order to max it out. They may give us some free cornicos in another event. Like a random day, kind of just give us some in the mail, but I wouldn't bank on that. It certainly wouldn't be enough to get us across the line in terms of a pay-to-win artifact, unfortunately. That's just speculating. Who knows? They could have like a happy anniversary day where they give us 5 cornicos or something and some profit orbs. Who fucking knows? Or a gift code. But either way, I don't think they're ever going to give us a free artifact. Either way, yeah, we'll leave that as it is. Is the hero worth building? That's debatable. That's very debatable. You get a Berea in there if you decide to do your loop. What else do you get? You get some Transcendent Cores. fuck, what can I say? I'm not as excited about building this hero on the other accounts as I used to be. Let's check him out in a second. Also, the hero exchange is actually pretty good. As you can see, you get 6 options. Ignis is pretty spicy. Rogan's nice for support. Tussie and Porky. I mean, they both have their places. Maybe not Tussie, but Porky has his place in PvP. Sherlock, yeah, sure. Eloise, sure. Why not? I mean, they're great heroes. I'm not going to shit on any of those ones. Grey Door's Blessing is up for those that want to make that. I doubt you're going to have enough gold or gems to do that, let's be honest. Most of you are probably, well, maybe not gold, but gems. I doubt you're going to have enough gems to do anything here. Summoning prizes, we covered that. Hero lottery, pretty stock standard. Value packages, there is no such thing. Pulse of Eternity, Porky, Eloise. Who else is there? Porky, Eloise, Gloria, Tussie, and of course Fiona can be swapped out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Stock standard, right? In terms of what this guy does, he's a priest. He heals things. He does pretty much. I mean, look, you can read this on your own time. It's probably going to be quicker and easier for you to sort of digest this. But essentially speaking, he attacks the front row, does a damage reduction, does holy damage buff to your party, heals the weakest party member, and stacks out based on his glorious blessings. Does additional layers of healing to that party member. Then what does he do? I think he does precision buff is one of his passive abilities. And his actual normal passive abilities is damage reduction, control, immunity, heal effect, and damage reduce. And what's his last one? When a hero dies. Okay. And then everybody gets damage reduction and healing. Okay. Interesting. I don't know whether or not he's going to be something that is a must build. Feel like he's a mid-game player just by reading what he does. I'm sure he has a niche somewhere within the realm of things. Would I wait for Barry and GDP to play this hero? Absolutely. If you're thinking about just building him for Kiss of Ghost, sure, why not? I mean, it's Kiss of Ghost. If you can afford it, do it. If you want to build that, I will be doing it just for the Abyss clear, just so I can upgrade Kiss of Ghost for Delasium. And that's pretty much it. I think that's it in a nutshell. Maybe next week we might get something else as well, but I doubt it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, it's up in the Discord. Be in the link in the description, of course, in the comment section. I'll see the OGs. Until then, have a good one.